What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be tearing apart our interior on our E46. So when we first got this car, the plan was to keep it pretty stock except for the wheels, suspension, things like that. But what I was dabbling in and out of was interior stuff. So as you can see, we have a nice mint black interior, no scratches, no rips. There's only one rip and it's right there. Right back there. I don't even know if it's gonna focus, but it's not severe enough to the point where I can't do anything with the interior. So today we are going to be taking apart the seats, get all the seats out of there, and that should be it for today. So today's main focus, get these seats out of here, front and rear. I never actually went ahead and removed BMW seats. I've done it with my Z, but it just looks like 14 there, and I'm gonna assume another 14 back there. So let's go ahead and see what tools we actually need to get these seats out. So the size needed to remove these seats would be a 16. That can go ahead and loosen up these floor mounts that the seat is connected to. You're gonna have 4 of these, so you got 2 up front and then 2 in the rear. Now that we got all of our bolts out, like I said, 2 up front, 2 in the rear, we can go ahead and get the seat out. So this seat is actually a manual seat. There's no power options on it, so you shouldn't have any sensors except the airbag sensor. Alright, we got 1 seat out. This would be a good time to vacuum out whatever garbage we got back there. I'm not going to do it now because it is getting kind of dark, so I can come back tomorrow and knock it out. But let's get on to the passenger side. For whatever reason, that bolt all the way down there, literally right there, that thing was impossible to get to. So it was whatever. But this seat is ready to come out. Same thing, we just got to undo that airbag harness, and then we can make our way to the back seats. I promise you, I did not make this mess. I don't know what good buddy had going on here. What is this? Who is this? No idea who that is. For the bottom portion of this back seat, it's actually very simple. You just literally pull it up and then you pull out. But you're gonna need obviously 2 hands to wiggle both sides out and not damage the interior if it's not damaged already. Yo, I'm not sure what's back here, but this needs to be vacuumed. I'm not touching any of that. That looks crazy. I'm good. I'm not touching any of that. But it doesn't even look like these seats have bolts onto it right there and right there, unless they're not supposed to be there. Like I said earlier, I've never taken out BMW seats. I'm used to my Japanese seats, but I'm pretty sure that bolt has to come out. That looks like a 10. And then there's some Allen key type bolt here. Okay, there's an Allen key bolt underneath the steer, or there's an Allen bolt underneath the seat belt, which that has to come out, and then we got to figure out what has to be done with that side as well. That's a good thing I'm making this video, because I know a lot of guys out there would be struggling. But there's 2 10 mils on top of there. Once you got those removed, you can go ahead and pop the seat out from the bottom so you don't risk breaking any clips. Nice and slow, just like that. There you go. So pop it out like that. And this is the motor for the back window. If yours doesn't work, this would be a great time to replace it, but since ours works, we're not going to worry about it. Okay, for the last piece of the bench, you're gonna have another 10 mil right there that's followed on with this cover. So it'll sit something like that, right? Not exactly, but literally something like that. So you take that off, and then you just pull this forward and it should come loose. It may take a little bit of persuading, but trust me, it's a 10 mil, it'll come right off. Once you got that off, you're gonna go ahead and remove your benches, which you just lift up like so, and it should just come straight. And I locked it back in, but pretty much it should just come straight out. So now that we got our seats out, every bit of seats out, we can reveal what the master plan is. Okay guys, now that we have our beautiful black interior fully out of the car, front seats and the entire back bench area, we can now reveal our master plan. So, I live in a hot area. I always wanted some red guts. The hot area doesn't have nothing to do with anything. So pretty much we're going to be making the interior of the BMW the red. The most important part would be to prepare the surface correctly. Make sure the paint sticks, make sure there's no dirt, things like that. There is one small imperfection, which is right here. There's a little gash there. I'm gonna see if I'm able to glue that back into place or something, because that's literally the only thing making these seats not perfect, other than like the little dirt and things like that. Now that we got these out, I'm not gonna do any prepping for paint right now. What I am gonna do is just clean them up, take them apart as much as possible, like the headrest, because that's gonna be painted separately, and the belt buckle thing. Wow, I got hit with a grasshopper. Take out the belt buckle thing and pretty much just get it down to bare seat without removing those floor brackets. Alright, we got our headrest off. We got to remove this belt buckle here, and then from there, once we get all this, we can just mask off the trim, and that's about it. Just mask off the trim, make sure everything is perfect. To get the seat belt off, you're going to use a T50 boy right there, and you're just going to go ahead and get that off. I already loosened it, already broke it loose. The point of this is to make it easier. We're not going to go ahead and disconnect any of this. We're just going to push it off to the side, and then from here we can go ahead and start cleaning up what needs to be cleaned up, masking off what needs to be masked off. I know I said I wasn't going to do any of this, but we're here, so why not? This doesn't seem right either. This is supposed to be connected to something. So to get rid of all the dirt and grime and stuff on the seats, I'm going to use straight acetone. It is perfect for removing any dirt, wax, grease, any of that. Acetone is the good stuff. Just put on the cloth. Do not use a paper towel or nothing like that. Just put it on the cloth and get to work, because the paper towel will leave some residual stuff which we don't want in our finish. We got one side cleaned down. As you can see, very minimal dirt. That's going to have to be blown out before we start spraying. But now we can pretty much go ahead and start laying down our blue masking tape. Make sure we got everything sealed off. For the back, since this is plastic on both sides, I'm going to leave the plastic part black, so that way on the side here you'll just see whatever the painted seat color is going to be, and then you got black there. We have successfully cleaned all of our pieces. They're not 100% clean, but they're pretty much 95% clean. We got our front seats masked. The rear seats don't need any masking except for like this piece right here. That's just one thing of tape that's needed, and pretty much both anchors on the bench, and that's it. The rest don't need to be masked. As far as our interior, we are going to have to do some cleaning because it is now really a mess. So we're gonna have to get this cleaned up. Not now, obviously, it's just too dark. I'm too tired, so I'm gonna get this cleaned up and get painted tomorrow morning. That's gonna do it for today's video. Like I said, the interior pieces are already painted up. They just need to be briefed down with sandpaper, and then we're gonna go with a light coat and things like that. But that will be all for next video. Since this is gonna be like a 3-video thing, we're gonna take it apart, we're gonna paint it, we're gonna throw it back in the car. 3 separate videos, pumping out content left and right, right and left, all that good stuff. So be on the lookout for the next video, because it is gonna be a good one. I'm nervous, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of nervous about it. I've never dyed the interior of a car seat, so this is gonna be a first for both of us. Also, don't forget, comment, like, subscribe, because it does help the channel grow. We're trying to get to, let's get 2,000. We at 1.3. We're at 1.3. Let's get to the 2K mark. We got to make our baby steps. We're getting somewhere, but it's gonna have to take time. So thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, look out for the next video, because it's gonna be very cool. We're gonna learn something together for the first time, and we're gonna have fun doing it. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.